today lying down. Yay. So you can come into full Shavasana if you want to. We will have a Shavasana at the end as well. Don't worry, I'm not going to take away our final Shavasana. So if you want to place your feet flat on the floor and bend your knees, if that's a more comfortable place to be. If you'd like to lie down completely on your back, that's okay too. If you want to bring the bottoms of your feet together, take your knees out to the side, you are welcome to that. If lying flat on your back causes any low back pain, feel free to take a pillow or a blanket and place it under your knees. That can help alleviate low back pain in this posture. And then we'll just settle in. Check it out. See how everything feels. Maybe do a little gentle body scan beginning at your toes, just taking note of how your feet feel. Bring your awareness all the way up your shins, your knees, your thighs, to your hips. Notice how your glutes and your belly and your low back feel. Noticing how your middle and your upper back feels, noticing how your chest and shoulders feel. Just taking note. And then you can bring your awareness all the way up to your head, allowing the muscles of the face and the top of the head to relax. And then let's begin to gently here come into our breath, allowing for some full deep inhales, expanding the front, back, and sides of the rib cage. And allowing for some complete exhales. Taking several more just like that, full big breaths in. And some big breaths out. Let's take 3 more full inhales. And exhale, that's round 1. Take another breath in. Full exhale. One more time, big deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And then when you feel ready, you can gently bend your knees, place your feet flat on the floor. Arms can take up as much space as you'd like to here, and just notice how that change in posture feels. And then we'll take a gentle twist here to get started. Take a full breath in. As we exhale, allow those knees to fall to the right, allowing the shoulder blades to stay rooted on the mat here. And again, arms can take up as much space as you'd like. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And then inhale your knees back to center here. And then when you're ready, we'll exhale those knees to the left. Full breath in. And a breath out. Gently inhaling those knees back to center. Good, we're gonna do a little figure 4 here. So place your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Lots of space between those knees. Good, and then check it out. See how this feels. Maybe those hips are tight and this feels okay. If you would like to go deeper, you can certainly draw your left knee towards your chest here, interlacing the hands on the hamstring side of the leg there, not on the front of the knee. Good, if you'd like to use your right hand to push your right knee away from your torso, you can to get a little bit more into that outer right hip. Take a full breath in. And a breath out. And then we'll place that left foot back down on the floor here. Unhook your right foot and then we'll switch sides. Left ankle on top of the right thigh. Again, check it out. You can stay here if that's okay for your hip. If you want to go a little deeper, draw your right knee in towards your chest. Interlace your hands on the hamstring side of your thigh. You can use your left hand to gently press that left knee away from your torso if you'd like to. Finding a big breath in. And a full breath out. And then we'll reset back to center, placing the right foot back on the floor here. Unhook your left foot. And just take note of how everything feels. Maybe windshield wiper those knees side to side if that feels good, or you can find a gentle butterfly stretch here. We'll take 3 big breaths. One more breath. And then knees come back to center. And gently draw your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. And then we'll carefully rock and roll long ways on the spine to come up to a seat. Good, so we have a few options with those legs here. You can have one leg in front of the other one, or you can bring the top leg on top of the other one so that your shins are stacked and parallel. Plenty of places to go there. So if you need your knees wider, that's okay. If you can come in a little tighter, that's good too. Good, and then from here, sit bones are rooted. We have a nice tall spine all the way up to the root top of the head. And then we're gonna inhale those arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once more like that. Inhale, let's bring those arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, pause here for a moment. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And then we're gonna switch the cross of the legs. So whatever leg is in front, we'll bring that one behind. Or switch the stack of the legs, depending on how you can set yourself up there. Good, and then once those legs are set, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once more like that. Inhale, come on up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Good, pause here. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Good, unhook those legs. We're gonna send both legs forward. Toes up towards the sky, root down on both sit bones here. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, take a gentle fold forward. Maybe your hands only come to your shins. Maybe you can take it further. Just notice those hamstrings and hips here. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Coming back up to center, sit bones root, torso's nice and tall. We're gonna keep those legs out front here. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, take a gentle twist to one side. Hand on the thigh, hand behind your hip. Chest is tall, big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale those arms back up to center, palms press. Exhale, take a twist to the other side. One hand on the thigh, one hand behind the hip. Chest is up tall, big breath in. And a breath out. And then we'll inhale back to center, palms press overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Beautiful. We're going to cross over those ankles, make our way into a tabletop position. I'll turn this direction here. So making sure that shoulder is stacked over wrist. You can have your hips and knees stacked, or you can have your knees a little bit behind your hips, whichever one feels better. And then we'll inhale to drop the belly towards the floor. Lift your gaze, lift your tailbone. Exhaling to push the mat away. Inhale, the belly drops, the gaze lifts. Exhale to push the mat away. Once more, inhale, cow pose, gaze lifts. And exhale for our cat pose, push the mat away. Coming back to our neutral spine here, we'll extend the right leg towards the wall behind us. Bend that right knee and make some big hip circles on that right side. Taking it one way, and then let's switch directions here. Take it the other way. And then we'll extend that leg towards the wall behind us. Square off your hips. Take a big breath in. Draw your knee in towards your chest. Exhale. Inhale that leg behind us. Exhaling, knee to chest. Once more, inhale, reach it back. Exhale, knee to chest. And then we'll extend it back on the inhale. Exhale, knee to the mat. Let's switch it to the other side. Inhale that left leg up, right? Bend the knee. Make those big hip circles. And then we'll take it the opposite direction here. Big circles going the other way. And then we'll come back to center here. Extend that left leg towards the wall behind you. Square off your hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to chest. One more time. Inhale, reach back. Exhaling, knee to chest. And then we'll inhale it back. Exhale, knee to the mat. One more round of cat-cow, everybody. Inhale to drop your belly. Lift your gaze, lift your tailbone. Exhaling to push the mat away. And then we'll come back to our neutral table. If your knees are not already behind your hips, set them about 5 inches behind those hips. Tuck your toes under. Stack your shoulders. Take a breath in. And then we'll exhale, hips to sky for downward facing dog. Taking any movements you'd like to here, you can pedal out your feet. You can wiggle your hips. You can shake your head yes and no. We'll take some big breaths here to settle in. Full inhales. And full exhales. Big breath in. And out. Twice more, everybody. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Big breath in. And out. Finding some stillness in that downward facing dog. Press through the balls of your feet. Press through both hands. We're going to send those hips up a little bit higher. Take some little tiny baby steps, feet towards hands, until we arrive at the top of the mat here. Little bend in those knees if your hamstrings feel tight. And then we'll bring our hands to our shins. Inhale to come up halfway, find a flat back. Exhaling to fold down. Twice more. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhaling to fold. Once more, come halfway up. Exhale all the way back down. Rooting down to rise all the way up. Press firmly through those feet. Torso comes all the way up. Palms press together overhead. Maybe gaze up at those thumbs. Take a big breath in. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Mountain pose Tadasana. Beautiful. Inhale to reach those arms up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, lift up halfway. And then we're gonna plant those hands, step your left leg to the back of the mat, drop your left knee down. We're gonna come into a low leg lunge here on this side. So make sure that your right knee is stacked on top of your right ankle, left knee is behind the left hip here. Hips are square, shoulders over hips, arms reach up. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Another inhale. And then as we exhale, that left hand is gonna come down, right fingers to the sky, gentle twist here. Gaze up if you'd like. Big breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale. And then as we exhale, the right hand is gonna come down. We're gonna set those hips back a bit here to straighten our right knee. So it's like a half split. Your hips can be directly over or behind your left knee here. Square the hips as much as you can, getting a bit into that right hamstring. Find an inhale and an exhale. One more breath in, my friends. And then as we exhale, we're gonna walk those hands forward, lift your back knee off the ground, and then step back to downward facing dog. Big inhale, and a big exhale. One more breath. And then send those hips up again. Take your little baby steps towards the top of the mat. Forward fold once you arrive. Hands come to shins. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. We'll do this 3 times again. Hands to shins. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Last one. Hands to shins. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Root those feet down to bring that torso all the way up. Palms pressed together overhead. Once you arrive, maybe gaze up at your thumbs. Inhale it. And then exhale, hands to heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. Good, let's do the other side. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale to fold forward. Hands come to shins, coming up halfway. And then as we exhale this time, plant your hands, take your right leg to the back of the mat. Then drop that right knee down, coming into our low leg lunge on this side. Left knee stacks on top of that left ankle here. Your right knee is behind your right hip. Square those hips off as much as you can. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale here. And then as we exhale, that right hand is going to come down, left fingers to the sky, gentle twist. Inhale it. And exhale. One more breath in. And then that left hand comes down. We're going to send those hips back, straightening that left knee here, coming into the left hamstring. Hips as square as you can here. Full breath in. And a breath out. One more inhale, everybody. And then as we exhale, bend into that left knee, crawl those hands forward. Plant your hands firmly, lift your back knee. And then step back to downward facing dog. 3 big breaths here. Hi. One more breath. Send those hips up a little bit higher. Take those baby steps towards the top of the mat. Forward fold once we arrive. Hands come to shins. We're doing this 1 time. Lift up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Palms pressed together overhead. Maybe gaze up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands to shins, coming up halfway. And then as we exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg to the back of the mat. We're going to keep that back knee lifted this time, finding our crescent lunge on this side. Good, so stack that right knee on top of that right ankle. Square your hips here, pressing firmly through the ball of that back foot. Shoulders over hips, arms reach up. Full inhales. And full exhales. One more breath, everybody. And then we're going to take an upright twist here. So torso is going to pivot to the right. Arms come out. Chest stays over those hips. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. And then inhale back to center. Keep that balance, everybody. Exhale the left hand down. Right fingers to the sky. Take that twist. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale your right arm down. As we exhale, we're going to straighten that right knee coming into the hamstring stretch on this side. Hips as square as we can get them here. Adjust as you need to. Full breath in. And a breath out. And then we're going to inhale our way forward. Bend your right knee. Plant your hands firmly. Step back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. And then send those hips a little higher. Take your baby steps towards the top of the mat. Forward fold once we arrive here. Hands come to shins, lifting up halfway. Inhale. Exhale to fold down. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Palms pressed together overhead. Gaze up with those thumbs. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Mountain pose. We'll do the other side. Here we go. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold forward. Hands come to shins. Inhale, come up halfway. This time as we exhale, we're going to take our right leg to the back of the mat, coming into our crescent lunge on this side. Good. Stack your left knee on top of your left ankle. Shoulders are over hips here. Full breath in. And a breath out. One more inhale, everybody. And then we'll take our upright twist, opening the chest up to the left side here. Arms reach forward and back. Shoulders stay over those hips. Stay strong in those legs, my friends. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to center, keep your balance. Inhale, arms reach. And then we're going to exhale that right hand down, left fingers to the sky, taking our twist. Full breath in. And out. One more inhale. Exhaling your left hand down, straightening that left knee to find the hamstring stretch on this side. Square hips as much as you can. I gotta work to get those hips square here. Full breath in. And a breath out. One more inhale, everybody. And then we're gonna bend into that right knee. Plant your hands firmly, step back to downward facing dog. Full breath in, and a big breath out. We're gonna inhale the knees all the way down to the mat, bring your big toes together. And then as we exhale, hips to heels, finding child's pose. Take a moment here. Anytime you find child's pose, you can walk your fingers over to one side if you'd like to. Get a little additional side stretch in this posture. You can tuck one hand behind your lower back if you'd like to. And if you chose one of those, take it to the other side. And let's bring our bodies back to center. If you're off-centered here, walk your fingertips towards the top edge of your mat here. Taking one more full breath all the way in. And then when you feel ready, making your way to downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. There is no rush. Let's take a big breath in and a big breath out. From downward facing dog, inhale your right leg towards the ceiling. We're gonna bend the right knee and make some big hip circles on that right side, just like we did earlier. Let's take it the opposite direction. And then we're gonna extend that right leg towards the wall behind us. Take an inhale here, square off your hips. And then as we exhale, let's step that right foot forward, coming into our crescent lunge again. We have been here before. We're just getting into it a different way. Stacking right knee on top of that right ankle, shoulder blades are down. Take a big inhale. And an exhale. One more breath in, everybody. And then we'll exhale to open up to warrior two on this side. Right toes point forward. Stack that right knee still. Pushing firmly through the outer blade of that left foot. And then square those hips as much as you can. Shoulders are over those hips. Arms reach forward and backward. Find an inhale. And an exhale. And then we're going to straighten our right knee here. Bring those palms together overhead. Maybe you'll gaze up at your thumbs. Check out your balance. Inhale. And then we'll exhale ourselves back into warrior two. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up, maybe gaze up. Exhaling to warrior two. One more time. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale back into warrior two here. Good, take another breath in. And then right forearm to right thigh, left fingers to the sky, side angle pose. Good, press your forearm into your thigh, thigh into forearm. Left fingers reach strong. Keep pressing through this back leg here. You can gaze forward or you can gaze up. Big inhale. And exhale. If you'd like to hover that left arm above that left ear, you're welcome to take that version of the posture if you'd like to. One more breath, everybody. Inhale. And exhale. And then we're all coming back up to warrior two. Take a big breath in. We're going to cartwheel those hands down on our exhale. Pivot to square the hips. And then step back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. And a breath out. One more big breath in. And a breath out. Inhale your left leg towards the ceiling here. Bend your left knee and let's make those big hip circles on this left side. Take it the opposite direction. And then we're going to extend that leg long towards the wall behind us. Square off your hips. Take an inhale. And then as we exhale, step that left foot forward, finding our crescent lunge on this side. Take your time setting yourself up. Good. Left knee stacks on top of that left ankle. Find a full inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're going to open up to warrior two on this side. Good. Left toes point forward. That left knee is stacked. Press firmly through the outer edge of your right foot. Sinking into that left thigh, everybody. Full breath in. And exhale. And then we're gonna inhale, straighten your left knee. Press your palms together overhead, gaze up, check out your balance. Exhaling, back to warrior two. Twice more. Inhale to reach up, gaze up. Exhaling, warrior two. And then once more, inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale to warrior two. Take a full breath in here. And then as we exhale, left forearm to left thigh, right fingers to the sky. Press your left forearm firmly into that left leg here. Stay strong in those legs. Right fingers reach up, maybe gaze up at that right thumb. Inhale. And exhale. If you'd like to hover your right arm above your right ear, you can. We'll take one breath here. And out. Let's bring ourselves back up to warrior two. Take a full inhale. And then as we exhale, we'll cartwheel those hands down. Square your hips. Step back to downward facing dog. Big breath in here. And a big breath out. Twice more, everybody. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, take a breath in. And a breath out. Coming forward into a high plank here. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Zip up your entire core, so your nice straight line from your shoulders back to your heels. We're gonna take a big breath in and a full breath out. We're gonna pivot our heels to the right here. Keep your feet staggered. Root down firmly through that right hand. Bring your left fingers to the sky, finding a side plank. You are welcome to bring your right knee onto the mat. If you'd like to go here today, it's a great place to be. Stacking shoulders on top of each other here. If the staggered stance is not what you're looking for today, you can stack your feet on top of each other. Another great place to go. Let's take an inhale and an exhale. One more breath wherever you are. Exhale, come back to our high plank posture. Pause here. Restack your shoulders over your wrists. Take a big breath in. And a breath out. And then we'll take it to the left side, everybody. Pivot your heels to the left. Keep your feet staggered to start. Root down through that left hand, bring your right arm up. If you would like to bring your left knee down, please feel free. Great place to be. You can keep your feet staggered if you'd like, or you can stack your feet on top of each other. Full breath in. And out. One more inhale. Exhale that right hand down. Find our high plank. Pause here, everybody. Inhale. And exhale, hips to sky. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. And a breath out. We'll send those hips up a little bit higher. Walk our feet towards our hands, finding a forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, hands come to shins, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Coming all the way up to standing. Palms pressed together overhead, gaze up at your thumbs. Inhale. And then exhale, hands to heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. I'm gonna face you here. Feet directly under hips here. Hips are nice and level. We're gonna inhale those arms all the way up. Exhale, take a side bend. You can go whatever side you want to first here. Maybe even pressing hips away, but stay rooted through both feet here, everybody. Full breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, back to center, gaze up at your thumbs. And then we'll exhale a side bend to the other side. Big breath in. And a breath out. And then inhale, come on back to center. We're gonna exhale into chair pose here, but we're gonna keep our feet where they are. So your hips are gonna come back and down. Your hands will come apart. Make sure that your knees are stacked underneath your hips directly so that we're not buckling in here. I'm gonna turn sideways for you here. Good. Take 2 breaths, everybody. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're going to stand all the way up. Press your palms together, gaze up, maybe a little back bend. And then hands come to heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. Good, we're going to pivot to face the long edge of our mat here. So I'm going to turn to my left. Turn whichever way is better for you, it does not matter. Toes in slightly, heels out slightly, hands to hips. We'll take a wide-legged forward fold. Take a breath in, chest up towards the sky, inhale. And then we'll exhale halfway down, my friends, flat back here. Make sure that your hip, knee, and ankle are all stacked. And then once you know that you're stacked, you can bring your hands down onto the floor. We're gonna hang out here, hands flat on the ground here. If you need a little tiny bend in those knees, don't be shy, that's okay. Find an inhale. And an exhale. We're going to keep our right hand down. Bring your left hand to your left hip. And then we're going to root down firmly through that right hand. Start to open up the torso to the left. Taking a little bit of a twist here. You can keep your left hand on your left hip, or you can bring your left arm up to the sky. Big inhales. And exhales. 1 more inhale. And then bring your left hand back down to your hip. We'll come back to center here, and then we'll switch to the other side. So place your left hand down on the ground. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Keep the hip, knee, and ankle stacking. And then we'll start to open the torso up to the right side here. Press through that left hand. Bring your right arm up if you'd like. That's an option. Full breath in. And a breath out. Inhale ourselves back to center. Good, we're gonna take a few more breaths here, my friends. So you can stay on your hands, or you can transition yourself to come down to your forearms, taking a little deeper, wide-legged forward fold. 3 breaths. And then we'll come back up to our hands, flat back, inhale, halfway lift it. And then as we exhale, we're gonna pivot to the top edge of our mat here, stepping back into downward facing dog. Full breath in. And a breath out. Twice more, everybody. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time, big breath in. And a breath out. Inhale that that right leg towards the ceiling. Exhale to step that right foot forward. Good, we're gonna do our hamstring stretch here again, everybody. So straighten your right knee, square off those hips. We're gonna advance this a little bit here in a second. So make sure you root firmly through your right foot here. Hips as square as you can get them here. We've loosened up hips and hamstrings already, so take it as far as you can. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Once more, take a breath in and a breath out. We're gonna bend into that right knee and we're gonna step our left foot halfway forward here, setting up for pyramid pose. So we're just closing off the distance between those 2 feet. Your right toes continue to point forward. Your left toes can point out slightly. And then work to square your hips. Oh, that's better. Look at that. Good. Full breath in. And out. Fingertips or flat palms on that mat, my friends, whichever one's better. If you have to come up a little bit, you can bring your hands to your shin. That's totally okay. 2 more breaths.
One more breath. And we're going to carefully step that left foot all the way forward here. Feet are hip distance apart. Forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Hands come to shins. Inhale to come up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Press your palms together overhead, gaze up at your thumbs. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Good, let's find chair pose again. Feet stay wide apart. 2 breaths, big breath in. And out. One more time, inhale. And then this time as we exhale, we're gonna fold forward all the way down. Bring your hands to your shins, coming up halfway. And then as we exhale, root those hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Inhale your left leg this time towards the ceiling. Exhaling to step it forward. Come up onto those fingertips. And then we're going to straighten that left knee, coming into the hamstring stretch on this side. Square your hips as much as you can. Full breath in. And a breath out. Working our way forward again. Plant your hands here to give yourself a little stability. Stepping your right foot halfway forward. Coming into our pyramid pose on this side. So your left toes continue to point forward. Right toes are pointed out slightly. And then we gotta work to square those hips. If you need to come up to your shin on this side, you certainly can. Fingertips or flat palms. Big breath in. And out. One more time, everybody. Inhale. And exhale. And then that right foot is going to step forward. You can grab opposite elbows here if you'd like to, or you can grab your big toes in this forward fold. If you want to work your hands underneath your feet, you can do that. Gorilla pose. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath, everybody. And out. And then we'll unhook the elbows or the hands, whatever we have. Walk your feet out to the width of the mat. Point your toes out slightly here. We're gonna come into yogi squat, malasana. This will be our big upright hip opener for today. I'll turn to face you guys here. So if your heels come up off the ground, scoot your feet out to get those heels down. Good. Palms can press together. I need to come in a little bit here. Good, and we want to do everything we can to get our chest and shoulders up in this pose. No arm balances here today. However, you can either stay here or you can alternate between planting a hand down and opening the torso up, just like we did earlier in the wide-legged forward fold. You're welcome to play with a little bit of that. Or you can stay centered. Either way, make sure those heels are rooted firmly. And wherever you are, we're going to take 5 more breaths here. Keep using the outer edge of your glutes here to keep those knees open wide. Two more breaths. One more breath. And then we'll plant both hands down. Send your hips up towards the sky. Keep your feet where they are. Just notice those hamstrings and those hips. Take a full inhale. And a full exhale. And then we're going to heel toe those feet back into hip distance here. I'm going to turn the other way. Hands come to shins. Inhale. And then we'll exhale ourselves back to downward facing dog. Last one. Big breath in. And breath out. We'll inhale those hips up a little higher. Take your baby steps back to the top of the mat. And then we're going to bring those butts all the way down. So we make our way to our seat. Beautiful. So we did a forward fold to start today. Let's check it out one more time. Root down through both sit bones. Point those toes up towards the sky. Take an inhale, reach those arms up. And then exhale, fold forward. Check it out. See how it feels as compared to the first one we did today. 3 big breaths here. Then we'll bring that torso back up again. Left leg will stay straight. We're going to draw the bottom of the right foot to the inside of that left thigh. So we've got kind of like a tree pose in those legs. Inhale those arms up. Exhaling the torso over that long left leg here. One more breath. And then we'll bring the torso back up again, extending the right leg in front of us here, and then we'll switch to the other side, bottom of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Again, kind of like tree pose with those legs. And then we'll inhale those arms up, exhaling over that right leg. 3 breaths. Then we'll bring that torso back up again, extending both legs forward here. You can shake it out a little bit. And then 1 vertebrae at a time, we're going to carefully come all the way down onto our backs. Once you arrive on your mat here, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. You can rock gently side to side if you'd like to. And then we're just going to do 1 bridge pose today. So let's plant those feet on the floor. Feet are hip distance apart, knees are bent. Arms are long by your side, or you can press your triceps into the floor. And then we're going to root through those feet to lift those hips up. Pressing firmly through the shoulder blades here, pressing firmly through the feet. Take 2 more breaths. One more breath, inhale. And then as we exhale, we'll lower those hips down. Windshield wiper those knees side to side here. And then those arms can take up as much space as you'd like to. Legs come back to center. Placing the right ankle on top of the left thigh, again with that big figure 4 shape. Take a full inhale. Exhale your legs to the left. The bottom of your right foot finds the floor on the left side. Shoulder blades stay down. If you'd like to turn your head, you're welcome to. Big breath in. And a breath out. Let's inhale ourselves back to center. We're going to interlace the hands behind the left hamstring. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. We did this earlier too. Just take note here of how those hips feel. This time you can keep your left leg where it is or extend your left leg up towards the sky. 2 breaths. One more breath. And then bend your left knee. Place your left foot on the floor, and then we'll unhook the right foot to switch sides. Left ankle on top of the right thigh. Arms can take up as much space as you want. Take an inhale. Exhaling the legs to the right, bottom of the left foot finds the floor on the right side. You can turn your head or stay centered. Big breath in. And out. One more inhale. And an exhale. And then come on back to center here. Keep your leg shape. We're going to reach down to the right hamstring, draw the right knee in towards the chest. Again, you can stay here or you can extend your right leg up towards the sky. 2 breaths here. One more breath. And then bending that right knee. Place your right foot on the floor here. Unhook your left foot. You can, again, windshield wiper those knees side to side if you'd like to. If you'd like to find a happy baby here, you certainly can. You draw your knees in towards your chest, reaching for the toes or the ankles. You can gently rock side to side if you'd like to. And then we'll bring ourselves back to center. Any other moves you'd like to take before finishing out practice today, you can. Legs up is great. Lying butterfly stretch is also a great place to go here. We'll take a few breaths here. And then in your own time, whenever you feel ready, can gently make your way towards full Shavasana. Legs will go long onto your mat. Arms can take up as much space as you'd like to here. Once you find your final resting posture for today's practice, take a full breath all the way in. Exhaling into the support of the earth beneath you, enjoying full Shavasana.
Let's take a full breath all the way in. And a full breath all the way out. Gently wiggling fingers and toes. Gently rolling the wrists and the ankles. Rocking your head side to side if that feels good. When you feel ready, you can extend your arms all the way overhead, getting as long as you can from your fingertips to your toes. Take a big full inhale here. And then as you exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest, strap your forearms around your shins, giving yourself a big hug. When you feel ready, you can make your way over to your favorite side in a fetal position, whichever side feels good for you today. And then we'll take a moment, as we always do in this posture, to call to mind who in our lives we are grateful for. With a heart full of gratitude, use both hands to press you up to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like and feels like for you. Drawing hands together at heart center once you arrive, eyes open or closed, whichever feels best for you. And then we'll close out our practice today with one more full round of breath. Inhale and exhale. The light inside of me loves and honors the light inside each of you. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.